Welcome back mga kabayan! Nagbabalik po muli ang inyong lingkod upang magbigay sa inyo ng mga bago at nagbabagang mga balita. Tila ba naging mainit na usapin ang isyong ito sa mundo ng social media? Nagpahayag ng matinding pagkadismaya si Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa sa kasalukuyang pamumuno ng kapulisan matapos ang matapang na pahayag ng abogado ni Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. Ang pahayag ay nagmula sa mga kontrobersyal na kaganapan na may kinalaman sa kanyang kliyente na kilala bilang leader ng Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Ayon sa abogado ni Kibuloy, ang kapulisan ay tila nagpapabaya sa kanilang mga tungkulin at nagpapakita ng kahinaan sa pagpapatupad ng batas. Nakakalungkot na makita ang ating kapulisan na tila walang aksyon sa mga isyu na dapat nilang bigyang pansin. Kailangan nila ng masusing pag-aaral at disiplina sa kanilang hanay. Ani ng abogado, bilang tugon ni pinahayag ni Senator De La Rosa ang kanyang pagkadismaya sa mga nangyari. Hindi ko matanggap na ganito ang nangyayari sa ating kapulisan. Dapat silang maging ehemplo ng disiplina at integridad. Hindi natin maaaring hayaang magpatuloy ang ganitong kalagayan, ani ng senator na dating chief ng ating mga kapulisan. Binigyan din ni De La Rosa ang pangangailangan ng reforma at pagpapalakas ng moral ng mga pulis upang maibalik ang tiwala ng publiko. Kailangan nating tutukan ng edukasyon at pagsasanay ng ating mga kapulisan. Hindi lamang ito usapin ng pagpapatupad ng batas, kundi pagbuo ng isang maayos at mapagkakatiwalaang institusyon. Dagdag pa ng senador. Samantala, patuloy na binabantayan ng publiko ang mga susunod na hakbang ng pamahalaan at kapulisan hinggil sa isyong ito. Ang malawakang reaksyon mula sa iba't ibang sektor ng lipunan ay nagpapakita ng kahalagahan ng isang malakas at mapagkakatiwalaang puwersa ng kapulisan para sa kapakanan ng bayan. Well, para nga sa buong impormasyon ay panoorin na lamang ang buong video. At kung bago ka pa lamang sa aking channel ay huwag kakalimutang mag-subscribe, pindutin ang notification bell at piliin ang all upang laging maging updated sa mga bago at nagbabagang mga balita. At sa mga solid viewers naman natin dyan, maraming salamat naman po sa patuloy na pagtangkilik sa ating channel. Tuloy-tuloy lang po ang laban para sa katotohanan at para na rin sa kinabukasan ng ating pinakamamahal na bansang Pilipinas.
Sa KOJC and the PNP to submit documents in relation to the investigation being conducted by the region.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Kasi I just would like to inform, no? Hindi pa ikaw ang chairperson ng CHR nito, but in June 2022, the Commission on Human Rights described the service of a warrant of arrest against an elderly environmental activist in Pakil, Laguna, carried out by 25 members of the PNP SAP as one conducted with excessive force that was unjustified and unnecessary, that led to the degradation and psychological harm. Kagaya sa nangyari sa mga bata doon, psychological harm. Dagdagan ko pa, in Committee Report number 46 of the Senate Committee on Public Order and Dangerous Drugs, dated March 17, 2017. Hindi pa akong chairman nito, hindi pa ako senador nito. The committee described the service of a search warrant by a team of 18 CIDG personnel that was augmented by 6 members of the Regional Maritime Unit as a use of overwhelming force. So, ito nga, 25 lang ginamit sa Pakil, Laguna. Ito, 18 ang ginamit. Excessive force na daw yun, sabi ng human rights. Ito, nakita mo naman, batalyon yung ginagamit, isang batalyon ng police. So we need your investigation on this matter, kung ano talaga ito. Dahil nga, it lead to, narinig mo, may 2 namatay because of inatake sa puso, at may mga bata hanggang ngayon psychologically disturbed because of that stressful incident. Kasi kung hindi kayo magbigay ng result ng investigation dito, baka mamaya sabihin na naman ng mga tao na itong human rights mabilis lang mag-aksyon kapag ang naagrabyado ay yung mga makakaliwa. Ito ngayon na agrabyado, hindi ito makakaliwa, pero kalaban ng mga kaliwa ito. Itong Kingdom of Jesus Christ, talagang tumayo ito with the government against the CPP, NPA, NDF. Talagang kasama natin ito sila, itong mga Kingdom of Jesus Christ, Pastor Kibuloy, lumalaban talaga ito sa NPA. Talagang nagsumikap ito na mawala ang NPA sa Mindanao. At ngayon, sila ngayon na agrabyado, sana we need your side also to give kahit na opinion man lang on this matter dahil yung 2022 nga, yung sabi ko, aktivista ay kinundi na kaagad as excessive use of force kasi yung mga kaliwa, ito ngayon, kalaban ng kaliwa ito sila. Sana pantay-pantay yung pagtingin natin sa ating mga kababayan. Okay, Chairman?
Bagamat hindi ho ako makakapagbigay ng konklusyon sa ngayon sapagkat itong eventually po ay aakyat ho sa aming komisyon yan at nag-isa lang po ako sa magdidesisyon yan sa 5 members of the commission. 4 sa ngayon.
By the way, I don't want to influence your the result of
Apo.
your investigation. Ha?
Apo.
I am just sharing my thoughts to you.
Naintindihan po namin
I don't
yun.
intend to influence your investigation. Go ahead.
Naintindihan po namin, Mr. Chair, kung kaya't hindi ho ako makakapagbigay ng konklusyon. Bagamat makakasa po kayo na ang komisyon po ay tutugon sa inyong panawagan at sa katunayan, kahit wala ho itong notice ninyo for CHR to participate, ay tumugon na agad ang komisyon.
Salamat. Thank you.
Opo. Kung kaya't kami rin ho ay nananawagan na ang mga partido involved dito sa usaping ito ay sana maging open din sa Commission on Human Rights para matugunan at makita at magkaroon ng kaukulang resolusyon sa amin sa komisyon itong usapin na ito. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Chairman. Again, thank you for your personal presence sa hearing na ito. DSWD, ma'am.
Honorable Chair,
Narinig niyo yung plight ng mga kabataan na miyembro ng KOJC. Can you give them assistance, lalong-lalo na yung intervention sa psychological trauma na dinaaraanan ng ating mga bata doon? Can you please help them?
yes, Honorable Chair. The normal process is we would await the referral from the LGU, but in cases like this, obviously we are able to augment any psychosocial therapy that you may require. And of course, in coordination with the assistance perhaps of the Honorable Chair, we may also facilitate any other assistance that you may require, especially yung sa dalawang namatay po. The family that is aggrieved may require further assistance. The DSWD is on standby to help in any way that we can. In fact, Honorable Chair, they do have, I've looked at the records, and you do have Children's Joy Foundation Incorporated that is ongoing po yung renewal process. So the Kingdom is in touch with DSWD insofar as children facilities are concerned.
Thank you, Yusek Dimaporo. For all we know, you will be the healing part of this conflict. Yung effort ninyo, kahit na hindi na kayo maghintay na mag-request pa sa inyo yung LGU ng Davao, o kaya yung sila mismo mag-request, yung mga tao nyo doon sa Davao, please, lapit na lang silang lapit doon para ma-feel ng mga tao na they're still being loved by this government. Yun lang. Thank you. NBI, you want to say something? RD NBI ka, di ba?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good
Director
morning,
Albao.
Mr.
Go ahead.
Chair. Senator Padilla, good morning, sir. Gusto lang namin ipaabot, sir, na yung National Bureau of Investigation through sa aming director na si retired Judge Jaime Santiago ay
Retired police yan. Kasama
yes, sir,
namin
retired
yan.
police din.
Retired police yan.
Respeto and ginagalang itong ginagawa nating investigation and public hearing with regards to the unnecessary and excessive force related to the June 10, 2024 incident, no, ng ating PNP. Kami din sa NBI, yung mga sinabi ng ating mga kapatiran sa KOJC na pabalik-balik na nag-serve ng warrant of arrest, kami yun, sir. Kami yun sa NBI, ang sinasabi nila, not the PNP. We served warrant of arrest last April 3. We started April 3, April 4, April 10, May 3. Itong May 3, kasama namin dito yung office ng USAA dito sa Senate. At marami pang mga operations na kinandak namin, siguro nasa 15 to 20 operations. And yun nga, sinabi ng abogado nila, kami mismo ay nagpaalam sa kanilang opisina. And pinapasok naman kami, kahit saan-saan kami pumasok, hinanap. And this operations, 15 to 20 operations, resulted in the arrest of 5 co-accused of Pastor Kibuloy. If only Pastor Kibuloy was there, he might also be arrested. But during that time, sir, ito pa yung warrant of arrest na lumabas sa Davao, RTC 12 ng Davao City. Doon kami nag-start na mag-strike, which resulted to the arrest in April 3 doon kay Crescente, Canada, sa Barangay Tamayong. Ako mismong umaresto. And it followed in the afternoon, itong nahuli ngayon ng PNP na si Pauline Canada, na-aresto din namin. And on April 5, na-aresto namin si Sylvia Simanyes, Ingrid Canada, and isa pa. No? So 5 sila. It so happened na sa pagpasok namin sa mga properties nila, wala nga si Pastor Apollo Kibuloy, kaya hindi siya nasali sa pag-aresto. But eventually, since this case is bailable, nag-bail sila kada isa ng 80,000. Then afterwards, when the warrant of arrest from RTC Pasig came out, there's no bail recommended. Then nag-serve uli kami ng iba-ibang mga operations on all the properties of KOJC identified na mga properties sa Samal, sa Tamayong, and dito sa airport, beside airport. Yun nga, hindi namin makuha si Pastor Kibuloy along with other co-accused. Yun po, sir, ang update sa NBI.
Thank you.
And we serve it, sir. We serve it in a properly and orderly manner, in a peaceful manner. Kaya walang reklamo agad sa amin.
Yes, I am a Dabawinyo. Ikaw rin, Dabawinyo ka. Alam mo kung gaano kalab ng taong bayan yung mga Dabawinyo, yung local NBI natin doon.
Yes, sir.
Very, very much respected by Dabawinyos, yung ating local NBI doon.
Salamat, sir.
So, it doesn't matter naman whether or not andyan si Pastor Kibuloy. Whether or not magpapaalam ka pagpasok doon. Kung wala talaga si Pastor Kibuloy doon, hindi mo talaga mahuli. Kaya kailangan talaga ng accurate information yung operation ninyo na nandoon talaga para mahuli ninyo. Pero yung magpi-fishing expedition tayo, we will just be creating more and more animosity. Dapat kuha ninyo yung inyong information, yung precise and accurate.
Chair.
Para hindi tayo magkakaroon ng maraming, animosity. Yes, go
Mr.
ahead.
Chair, I would like to affirm the statement of Director Albao kasi yung mag-serve sila ng warrant, nagpapaalam sila sa amin at na kita nga nila yung accused na nag-cooperate naman. Yung ngang nilagyan din ako nakuha kasi ng camera ng bahay namin, harap ng bahay. May tao doon na palaging bumabalik sa aking maliit na bahay. May naglagay ng listening device doon sa pinahiram sa akin na Tera. Oo. Doon din ako sa NBI po nagpatulong. Kasi nga medyo nawala po yung trust namin doon sa PNP. Pasensya na po. Oo. So, yun nga ang request ko sana kung sino mang mga responsible nito. Nakuha kasi, hindi ma-deny yun na nandun sa video camera namin, nakuha na may tao na naglagay ng anong device man dun sa sasakyan ko. And yung last Friday naman, yung nandun yung parang mga pulis o hindi mo na makilala kung pulis ba talaga sila, fully armed talaga. Sa lahat ng lugar, dun pa sa pinakaharap ng KOJC compound po. Nagkaroon ng grabing traffic, natakot yung mga tao kasi ano namang mangyayari. Timing din na dumaan yung sasakyan ng aking pamilya, yung dalawa kong anak na maliliit. Nagkaroon po ng trauma, sige suka-suka. Sir, ano ba yan sa Tagalog? Oo, kasi isa takot. Kaya yung pulis na isa, binaganon yung sasakyan. At they were just in the process of going to our residence, which is located in front of KOJC. Really, our plea, sir, is that we understand. I am a friend of the police. I have assisted a lot of policemen, Your Honor, in their cases.
You have helped me in my cases before.
Yes, Your Honor. And I have many friends in the police. I still trust some of the policemen, Your Honor. As a matter of fact, some of my relatives whom I help also in their cases are policemen, Your Honor. But I just could not understand the seeming great attention that is being accorded to KOJC compound. I would just like to tell them na hindi naman siguro gago si pastor na magtago dyan mismo sa gilid ng airport. Oo, kung nandun talaga siya. Oo. So, alam ko naman magaling yung intelligence gathering ng PNP. At saka alam ko na alam nila na wala sila dun. But I could not understand why they keep on conducting checkpoints there with policemen whose faces are almost covered. Mata lang makita mo. Tapos ang tatapang pa, kung tatanungin mo, ayaw magsagot. Tapos mga drones every night, yun nga, minsan yung mga drones nila, sir, masyado nang mababa. Maririnig na namin minsan yung nandun, no? Tapos hindi lang isa. Number of drones. So, I know that they are performing their job, but I do hope and pray that they should be professional enough na hindi naman ganito ka harassing and invading into our privacy po.
Imagine ko lang yung mga bata doon sa loob pag makakita na naman ng drone nalipad-lipad doon sa loob, ang trauma. Sana kung sino yung nagpapalipad ng drone doon, boss-bossan naman nila yung frequency para, alam mo kung ako yan, you call me whatever you want to call me, pag may papasok na drone doon sa aking area, talaga, babarilin ko talaga.
Wala kaming baril, sir.
Problema ninyo, wala kayong baril. Sinurinder nyo lahat ng baril ninyo, wala kayong magamit. Pero ako, kung talaga nasa bahay ko,
In good faith sila. Walang
Yan nga.
ko. In good
pintik. Pintikan ninyo, tira doon
hindi
yung
yun
drone.
sa sabog. Maganda sana sir machine gun.
Huwag yung musinggan. Basta ako talaga.
In good faith, sinurrender namin. Para makita naman nila yung sincerity namin, sir ba? We do not want gulo. We want to live peacefully.
I know.
Yun lang.
I know.
Huwag nila kaming idamay because we are a community. Thousands ang nakatira sa loob, sir.
So,
Ito lang, sir, ha? Yung nakakatakot, nakakakilabot, sir ba? Ito. Please listen to us, you people.
Yes,
Listen
yes.
to us. Mabuti lang kung makontrol namin yung iba. Yung iba dyan, hindi basta-basta ang pinagmula na buhay. Galing din sila sa impiin noon. Hindi lang namin mabulgar, bro. Sino sila? But pastor changed their lives. Nandun sila sa amin. Hanggang kailan namin sila makontrol, sir. We do not want any untoward incidents, no? That anything will go out of hand na. We don't want that one. Ayaw namin maganyan ang mangyayari sa Davao, sa Pilipinas. Nag-iisang bansa natin, maliit lang ang bansa natin, ilagay mo sa isang tuldok lang. How come na yung mga tao na inilagay natin sa kapangyarihan, they cannot handle the power properly given into their hands? Pag kayo ay nasa kapangyarihan, the life of your friends and the life of your enemy ay nakasalalay sa inyong kamay. How will you handle that one? You must be responsible. You must have a sane mind. You must have a balanced personality. Kasi, buhay ang nakasalalay. We cannot evade. May mga ganyan-ganyan mga... Pero until such time na hindi niyo napatunayan na may kasalanan talaga, Please be fair. Sir, may anak kayo, may pamilya kayo. Kung madisgrasya tayo, nag-iisa ang buhay ninyo, nag-iisa din ang buhay namin. Iisa lang tayo, pula dugo ninyo, pula din dugo namin. Yun ang pakiusap namin sa inyo ba? Do not destroy the future of the kids that we've been nurturing for many, many long years. Because we want to produce righteous people in the future. Hindi man nyo kami paniwalaan. Yun ang gusto namin i-contribute sa Pilipinas. We don't want to produce rebels. We don't want to produce division. Magkaiba man ang religion natin, magkaiba man ang ating mga tribo, iisa lang tayo, Pilipino. Mahalin naman ninyo ang Mindanao for how many long years. Doon ang mga IP, doon ang mga kapatiran ng mga Muslim hanggang ngayon. Tapos ngayon kami na naman. Please be fair. Please consider public safety that involves lives of those kids, the future of our nation.
search for justice and peace, Your Honor. But on this matters
Recording
of the
in
innocence
progress.
or guilt of Mr. Kibuloy, his lawyers here and representatives know that the wheels of justice will start only upon his submission to the jurisdiction of the court, to which his five other companions had already done last March 2024 by posting bail on the cases that were filed against them, and corresponding warrants were issued.
Iba pa ito sa yung sinasabi niyo na at large na 5.
Yes, sir.
Iba pa yung
No, sir.
nasunod.
There were 6 of them.
Oh.
5 of them, there were 6 of them, and all of them were charged in Davao
Okay.
and in Pasig. In March 2024, a Davao court issued warrants of arrest for 6 of them. 5 of them posted bail, except for Mr. Kibuloy. Until now, his warrant on Davao is still standing. And all of them are also charged in Pasig.
The same 6.
Same 6 are
Okay.
charged in Pasig. And none of them posted bail because there's no bail recommended for the 6 of them. We have captured one, Pauline Canada, and she is still in the custody of the CIDG. So as I'm saying, Your Honor, the wheels of justice can only start if he submits to the jurisdiction of the court, because everything that we discuss here, saying that whether he is innocent or guilty, are of no moment, because we are not the court that will thresh out all those issues. So I would really suggest, Your Honor, that Mr. Kibuloy submit himself to the jurisdiction of the court, because sooner or later the long arm of the law will catch up with him, just like what happened to Pauline Canada. She did not surrender. We hunted her down, looked for her, and we arrested her and brought her to the judge who ordered her arrest. And until now, she is still in our custody, in CIDG in particular. So I would suggest that Mr. Kibuloy, to end all of this and spare all his followers and believers of all these things, of this
they perceived harassment, which are actually not harassment, but are just part and parcel of the implementation of the warrant of arrest against him. So I would suggest, Mr. Chair, if it's possible to call for Mr. Kibuloy to surrender to the jurisdiction of the court of Pasig Regional Trial Court, because until then he's just a fugitive of the law, fleeing, hiding behind his members and followers, and whom we in Region 11 will continue to pursue and look for him, to arrest him and bring him to the jurisdiction of the court, whether he like it or not. We don't like this, but this is ordered by the court, and it is our duty, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, quick
Thank you.
reportation.
Thank you, General Torre. Yes, go ahead.
I would just like to comment, Your Honor, concerning these opinions of two generals already, which I think need to be properly corrected, Your Honor. If a person has a warrant of arrest, Your Honor, the subject of the warrant of arrest has two options. Either he submits himself to the jurisdiction of the court, or he questions the finding of probable cause, Your Honor, which Senator Lacson did. Okay? And if the DOJ would not side with him, he can go on certiorari to the Court of Appeals without ever surrendering. Santiago case would prove that. So a person, even if he has a warrant of arrest, can choose to exhaust all of his remedies, Your Honor, such as but not limited to questioning the finding of probable cause. So I do hope General Torre would disabuse his mind that the only option of a person who has a warrant of arrest is to surrender, Your Honor, because he has a right, Your Honor, to insist that there is no probable cause, especially in this case, that the cases were dismissed already by the city prosecution's office, Your Honor, a long time ago. And the complainant in this case filed a petition for review 4 years ago, Your Honor, and this was not acted upon by the Department of Justice, and this was only acted upon when it became fashionable to attack Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy, when there was already a Senate investigation being instigated by Senator Hontiveros. All of a sudden, voila, there is already a resolution on the petition for review. We did not file it, it was the complainant. We filed a motion for reconsideration, Your Honor, a long time ago. Until now, there is no resolution as to it. And then a few days thereafter, that there was a resolution, we have a warrant of arrest. So as a lawyer, Your Honor, I filed motions, Your Honor, so that the warrant of arrest as well as the information can be invalidated by the court. That is a remedy provided for by the rules of court. So therefore, General Torre cannot dictate upon Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy as to what to do. Several instances in the past, such as perhaps former Senator Honasan, I do hope he will forgive me. Ocampo, Satoru Ocampo also did that in the past, Your Honor, by questioning the finding of probable cause. If these were available to those persons, why not to Pastor Apollo C. Kibuloy? They are always describing my client as a fugitive. What is your legal basis? The last basis, Your Honor, is Republic Act 11983, passed only on March 11 of 2024. What is the definition, legal definition of a fugitive under the present dispensation, Your Honor? According to Section 3G, those who flee under the following circumstances after conviction by a Philippine court to avoid prosecution. That is our prevailing law. So therefore, for the police authorities to always say that my client is a fugitive, excuse me, under what legal basis? Even if you use, Your Honor, U.S. court decision and even Black's law definition, Your Honor, it provides a fugitive from justice is a person who, having committed a crime, flees from the jurisdiction of the court where the crime was committed or departs from his usual place of abode and conceal himself within the district. That is Black's law definition. If we will use likewise Supreme Court decision, Rodriguez versus Comelec, Labao versus Comelec, it includes those who after conviction flees to avoid punishment, but also those who after being accused flee to avoid prosecution. So we are still questioning the after being accused. So for the PNP to always claim that my client is a fugitive, under what legal basis? Can you please cite to us? Just because he has a warrant of arrest? And can you rightfully say that he has knowledge of that warrant of arrest? Did you present evidence? In Labao versus Comelec, Your Honor, the Supreme Court, he was a candidate for mayor. There was even a warrant of arrest. And they even tried to arrest him in a church, Your Honor. Yet the Supreme Court did not consider him as a fugitive from justice. What would be the basis of the PNP? Require Pastor Apollo Kibuloy to surrender? And require us to surrender him? What right do I have to require my client? I'm just a lawyer, Your Honor, a glorified agent of my client. I cannot tell my client to surrender. That is not within my power. If I do that, I might be disbarred, Your Honor. So I do hope and pray that the PNP should likewise perhaps do more research in accusing certain persons as a fugitive or that require the lawyer to surrender him or his members. We do not have that power. An accused has the right to also insist to avail all of his remedies provided for under the rules of court. And Pastor Apollo Kibuloy is precisely doing that.
Thank you. We get your point loud and clear, Attorney. But I think you will still agree with me when I say that as long as a person is covered with a live warrant of arrest, hindi mo rin siguro mabiblame ang police kung talagang
Yes, Your Honor. We agree with that.
Trabaho talaga ng police yan.
No quarrel with that, Your Honor. No quarrel with that.
Ako, I've been a policeman. Magka-problema ako kung hindi ko implement yung warrant of arrest na yan. So sana along that line din, tingnan rin nyo yung police na trabaho nila yan. As long as they're doing their job properly, regularly, legally, sana intindihin rin natin.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yun lang sa akin, I want to be neutral here on both sides. Mahal ko kayo, mga kababayan ko kayo from Davao City. Itong police rin, alam ko rin yung sitwasyon nila pagdating sa ganyan trabaho. Dumaan ako dyan eh. Yung hirap na hirap ka. You are under orders, merong warrant talaga, isi-serve mo. Kahit kaibigan mo, wala kang magawa. Kahit kapatid mo yan, kahit tatay mo yan, kung may warrant, you have to serve that talaga. But yung point mo about fugitive, I agree with you. Alam ko, you've got the points. Alam kong tama yung sinabi mo.
Yes, Your Honor. Wala kaming away po na may warrant si Pastor. We are contesting that. But when the police would try to implement the same, they should follow Rule 113, Section 11.
Correct.
Your Honor.
They should. Yeah, wala, no question about that.
Yes,
Gawin
Your Honor.
talaga nila properly according to the law.
Yes, Your Honor. Yun lang po ang sa amin. Na yung rules of procedure, rules of engagement should be strictly followed sana. Yun lang po ang hiling po namin na hindi naman po ginagawa.
Okay. Thank you, Attorney. Any more from your side? May sasabihin. Go ahead, ma'am.
Mr. Chair, si Pauline Canada nakuha nila after naglabas ng bounty si Dario LG Abalos. At ang nakapatong sa ulo ni Pastor is 10 million. Higit pa sa mga heinous crime na yung mga kriminal dito sa bansa. Yung mga nag-murder ng ilang tao, tag 1.3 million.
Well, dito nga nagtatapos ang bidyong ito. Kayo naman po ang aking tatanungin mga kabayan. Ano naman po ang inyong mga reaksyon sa balitang ito? Ang ating comment section ay bukas para sa inyong mga samot-saming reaksyon at komento. Lagi niyo pong tatandaan na bilang isang mamamayan ng bansang Pilipinas at bilang isang butante at bilang isang matapat na mamamayan na nagbabayad ng buwis dito sa bansang ito ay kailangan din natin magsalita at mag-react. Huwag kakalimutan, do not let your thoughts left unspoken. As citizen of this country, your thoughts matters. Muli po, kung bago ka pa lamang sa aking channel, huwag kakalimutang mag-subscribe at pindutin ang notification bell upang laging maging updated sa mga bago at nagbabagang mga balita. Huwag din kakalimutang mag-iwan ng like at i-share ang bidyong ito upang ang inyong pamilya, kaibigan at kakilala ay maging aware din sila sa kung anong nangyayari sa ating pinakamamahal na bansang Pilipinas.